Alright, hello there. My name's Anime What Ifs. This is gonna be my first video ever. I hope you enjoy it. No intro, no edits. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm recording on my phone, so I'll see how the audio sounds after this. But I hope you enjoy, and let's get into the what if. Okay, this is gonna be what if Minato was reincarnated into My Hero Academia and had the Sassano. He will not have the Sharingan. His eyes will change, and it will look like the Sharingan. Obito's to be exact, but it will not be the Sharingan. He does not have anything to do with the Sharingan, except the Sassano. So, let's begin. This Minato, he has just, ended the reincarnation for the 4th Great Ninja War. Now, this is when he wakes up in the arms of somebody that he doesn't recognize. And he's not crying like a normal baby would. Yes, he has already been reincarnated. Now, Izuku, his personality in this will not be what you think. Calm, cool, collected. It's basically Minato. His mom will have green hair. His dad will have blonde hair. And yeah. So Izuku doesn't come out crying. He's very odd. And the doctors think that he has a quirk, but they can't determine it right now. Now, inside of Minato's mind right now, he's like, where am I? What? I? So, he's just weirded out by all this. But he says, okay, I'll play along with it. And let's time skip 2 years later. He's already learned to read, talk, and walk. He can already talk. He's already in preschool. He's a prodigy. Now, he does get held back because his mom doesn't want people like in 2nd grade, because that's his level in kindergarten. He doesn't want them bullying him because he's so young. So he's gonna be held back. He's still gonna go to the same school as Bakuyo, but his name's not gonna be Izuku in this one. It's gonna be Minato. Same as all that. He is still gonna have some of the Ninetales chakra, so he can still go. He can go Ninetales chakra mode, but not to the extent that he can, like Naruto. He can go up to KCM 2, but that's like last resort, because he'll pass out for like 3 days if he uses that. So, time skip to 4 now. He's taken to the quirk doctor, and he doesn't really know that he's a reincarnation, because he's lost his memory. He remembered, when he was born, he remembered his past life, but he slowly lost memory. And the doctors say he's quirkless. And Inko's like, no, he's not. He activated this orange thing around him, and it wouldn't go away, and then 5 minutes later, he got knocked out, and he was out for 3 days. Now, the doctors were intrigued by this, but say, well, it's not possible for him to have a quirk. He has the extra joint in his toe. But then, whenever they, say to the kid, sorry, you don't have a quirk, they see that, he's doing a Rasengan. Mini one, but still, a Rasengan. So they're like, wait, what? This kid might actually have a quirk. So, they do test him, and ask him to do that thing that he was doing again. Except he didn't. This one time, he makes it bigger. Not too much bigger, but bigger. And doctors are like, this is actually really powerful. And they want to see what else he can do. They ask if he can do anything else. And Inko said that he has teleported somewhere before. He was drawing something and then he teleported to it after he handed it to me. And I put it in my room. He magically teleported into my room. So the doctor handed him a rock and said, put that symbol that you drew for your mom, put it on this rock. And he did. Dude's a gifted guy. He's a prodigy. He can draw. He can do anything. So whenever the doctors throw the rock and ask him if he can go to the rock without moving his feet, he does it. And he does this every day. Like he'll put a piece of paper in his room and teleport from back and forth from school. So, not yet though. Doctors are impressed and said, well, bring him back for further testing, say once or twice a month. And Inko agrees to this. She says okay. So now he's in kindergarten. He introduces himself as Minato Midoriya. Remember, Inko's a Midoriya. So is Hisashi. Now, everybody's asking what is his quirk? What is his quirk? And he says that he doesn't really know. Doctors didn't really name it. He just knows that it's a really powerful one. And he can do a bunch of things with it. And Bakugo's like, I bet it's not more powerful than mine. And he starts showing off sparks. They're not explosions yet. Because he's not that strong. And he says, if your quirk's just sparks, then yes it is. It's very much more powerful. And Bakugo asks, what's your quirk then? And Minato says, well, it's not exactly a quirk. Well, not yet at least. They haven't really named it. But I can do 4 things with it as far as I know. One of them, or 3 of them, I can technically show you in here. One of them I'd have to go outside for. He tosses a small pebble to Bakugo. And then he says, Bakugo, throw that across the classroom. At the back. He does it. And he just teleports. Minato just teleports. And everybody's amazed. Like, whoa. It didn't look like he teleported, but he did. Because he's actually moving just super fast. In a direction. So people start calling... And all people can see is his yellow hair. So they start calling him the Yellow Flash. That's how he gets his name. That's how he gets his nickname. In this one. Now Bakugo really hates this one. Or Deku. Or Minato. Because his quirk is more powerful than Bakugo's. And remember, he still hasn't shown off all of his abilities yet. So he goes back up to the front of the class and shows off his Rasengan. And everybody's like, cool. Like, can you throw it? And he just says, no, I can use it to, hit somebody in the stomach, though. He shows off his third one, the Kurama Chakra Mode, but he only keeps it on for 3 seconds. He says, if I do it for more than 3 minutes, I get knocked out for 3 days. So, he's just like, yeah, no, I can't do that. Not yet, at least. So, he goes back. He goes outside and asks the teacher if he can show off at least a little bit of his last ability so far. And the teacher says, okay, fine. So he goes out back to the playground. And this is when his eyes turn red. And remember, he doesn't have the Sharingan. That's just what it looks like whenever he activates his Sassano. That's all he has. So it's basically Sasuke's abilities or Sassano. But without the Sharingan. So like he'll have Obito's. That's what it will look like. But sorry. He goes and activates his Sassano. And this is only like the rib cage. And it's yellow. So that's why people started calling him the Yellow Flash. That's just another reason to add on to his name. So they keep calling him the Yellow Flash. Bakugo really doesn't like him. And he calls him Deku because he doesn't think he can do anything with his quirk. It's a rib cage, so what can he do? He can't do anything. People can stick his hand through the ribs. He can move super fast. Okay, so what? He can't be a hero like that. He hasn't shown off his Rasengan, so he doesn't know how strong it is, but Bakugo thinks that he can't be a hero with that. And what was that last ability? Oh, Kurama Chakra Mode. He can't hold it for more than 30 seconds. So Bakugo thinks, I'm still strongest. So one day, remember, he's getting that ego already from preschool. I'm better than everyone. Every single person here sucks. Their quirks suck. I'm the best. So one day, him and two goons of his are bullying a girl. Now, this is going to be the ship. And I will start up, I think, a community tab if I figure out how to do that. So you guys can choose ships unless it's like a generic ship. Like if it's in the title, then it's probably going to be like that ship. And these aren't ships I'm planning to do. This is just off the top of my head. He sees Bakugo bullying this girl. Her name is Momo Yaoyorozu. Yes, she will go to the same kindergarten and elementary school as him. She will get rich whenever he's going into middle school. So 6th grade. So whenever they're 12. So whenever Minato does see this, he gets really mad. Like, really, really mad. And everything activates. Like, so I'm going to say this. He activates his rib cage, the Sassano, and he can throw spikes of energy. Like, he can throw them. It takes a lot out of him, but he can throw them. And he can teleport to these using the flying Raijin. So he does that. He teleports to him, creates a Rasengan while teleporting, and hits him straight in the stomach, sending him flying. And his goons are like, what did you do that for? This girl doesn't have a strong quirk. She can only create dolls. And Momo says, no, it's just creation. I can create anything. And they're like, yeah, right, you've only ever created dolls. So, I'm sorry for my voice. It sucks. I know. So he just creates 2 more Rasengans and just blasts them away. And these ones were smaller because they weren't really doing anything. They were just supporting Bakugo, which was still enough to get a Rasengan to the stomach. And that hurt. Remember, this is a 4-year-old Minato. He's a prodigy. He can do Rasengan no problem. And he will learn Sage Mode and all that. Spoilers. Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah. He helps up Momo. And they realize, hey, don't you live across the street from me? Because Izuku, or Minato, lives in a house. It's an okay sized house. 3 bedrooms. A bathroom. Nothing fancy, but nothing bad. It's good. It's nice and comfy. Momo lives right next door, or right across the street from him. Now, she's going to have a twin sister. It's going to be Momo, the ship, and it's going to be, let me see. I'll come up with a name in the next episode. Unless I come up with one. So yeah. Momo's sister has a big crush on Deku. Because she thinks that he's handsome, which he is. No homo. He's strong. He stands up for other people and himself. And his family's got a lot of money. And Momo's parents don't give them a lot of money. Like, yes, they'll give him some money. Say like $100 a week. Yes, that is a lot. A lot. Like, I'd be lucky to have that. $100 a week? Yeah. So, yeah. Whenever, she sees Minato helping out Momo, she gets kind of jealous. And she can see that, Minato has a slight blush on his face. And practically everybody in the school likes Minato. He's strong, he's fast. All the girls think he's cute. And yeah. After this, we're going to time skip to the first day of middle school. Or the day before middle school. Momo's parents just won the lottery of $10 million. And they started up a business. 3 months after that business took off, Deku asked out Momo. And she said yes. And that is where I'm going to leave it off. I hope you guys have a good day or night or whatever. I don't know. I don't know where you live. It's night for me right now. But have a good day. Goodbye. I'll see you all next time.